Hi, in this video we're going to collect every nuclear waste part in GTA 5 story mode and net ourselves a cool profit of nearly 700 grand. Hi and welcome back, my name's Dan and I'm an old, grumpy gamer. Grand Theft Auto is a truly massive game. Between GTA 5 and the constant updates from Rockstar for GTA Online, there's no shortage of new content and interesting things to do. Join me then in our continuing series, Getting Gold in Every Damn Mission in GTA 5, as we look at the Nuclear Waste Challenge and how to get an easy 700k. Not a quick 700k, but an easy 700k. Before we dive in, if you're new to the channel, we do how-to guides, news and giveaways, so consider subscribing and ringing the bell to stay up to date. Completing this challenge is extraordinarily tedious. There's no two ways about it. It's boring as shit. It was boring capturing the footage, and I suspect Kengo9990 was bored out of their mind editing the video too. To complete this challenge, you'll need $250,000 and about 2 hours. Oh, and full disclosure, I'm using a couple of mods here, but only for the sake of clarity and brevity. The mods I have are Menu and Collectible Collector, and in this case have been used to locate the parts quicker, reduce travel time, set the time of day, and set the weather. So nothing too nutty and nothing that changes the actual gameplay. Only functions that make it a bit quicker to record this video and to keep the video light and bright. Links are in the description below. So after we've completed the Merryweather heist, where Trevor accidentally steals an experimental WMD, the sonar collection stock becomes available to purchase on the western side of the map. This is an easy, active business in the game, with a fixed profit of $690,000. Unfortunately, there's no passive side to this, you have to work for your money. But as an added bonus, you also get a submarine and a dinghy with the business, which allow you to go scuba diving whenever you want. Oh, and one more thing, whoever purchases the dock gets the cash. If you purchase with Trevor and then do all the collections with Franklin, Trevor will still get the money. Turns out, wage theft has been around for a minute. Now you can purchase a dock with whomever you like, but I tend to use Franklin or Trevor. If you go to the submarine with Michael after you've made a purchase, you can accidentally start the Death at Sea questline with Abigail, and that's annoying. So, after you purchase, head to the end of the pier and jump in the submarine. If the Trackify app doesn't immediately show up, head to your phone, that's up on your D-pad or the up arrow on your keyboard, and to the little heart icon on the bottom right. That will bring up the radar thingy, which can lead you to the parts, and we'll be working our way around the map in a clockwise direction. So starting with number 1, we're in this clearing between the seaweed and that rock. Off the side of a cliff between these rocks and some longer reeds. Next to this corally looking stuff, not far from the plane wreck. At the bottom of the trench, a bit further off the coast. This one can be a little awkward to get to, but keep putting around, you'll get to it. Under this arch formation on the right as you approach the coast. Not far away from the last one, the next package can be found on this shelf near the bottom of the trench, a little further from the coast. Way down deep on the side of this cliff. It's really dark down here, even if the weather on the surface is bang on. Continuing along the same path, head off the side of this cliff and right down to the bottom of this trench for the next one. Just be careful as we are approaching crush depth, and it's really awkward to get out from underneath the formation above. The next one's pretty easy. We're back up and close to the surface, so visibility is much better. We're looking for this one on the seafloor between a bit of a large rock and some kelp. On to number 10 next, not too far from the last one again. This time we're heading for another overhead rock formation. You should find this part in the middle. Heading further down the east coast to the next cluster, the next one can be found a few meters inland from a small, colourful, corally thing on top of this rock near the clearing in the kelp. Keep on the same heading for a few more meters and we'll spot the next one while we're in the area too. Heading a little further out to sea, the next one can be found a bit beyond this drop-off on some rocks. Moving south, the next one can be found in a clearing between some of the small island formations, not far from the coast. Heading back down to the deep, dark depths of the ocean again, we're moving further from the coastline and off this cliff face. We'll find number 15 at the bottom of this trench. And that's the halfway mark. Nice! Off to the southeastern side of the map next, where we can find this one at the base of this cliff in a clearing just off a small patch of larger kelp. Moving out a bit, we're looking for the next bit of waste not far from the wreckage of a downed plane. It should be on this rock just to the south. Oh, and sorry, backtracking a bit, you can find number 18 near the bottom of this trench. It's kind of easy to miss because it's a little hidden there. Back to civilization for the next one, we're heading to the pier with the fairground off Vespucci Beach. This barrel is amongst some debris and is a little bit tricky to get to with the sub, so it might be worth swimming manually. Hanging about the pier for a bit, the next one's a bit further along, hidden amongst the coral here. Right, 10 more to go. Moving north and off the coast a touch, we can find the next one on the edge of this cliff, about 65 meters underwater. As we make our way back up the west coast, the next piece of nuclear waste can be found in this little pit thingy not far from the shoreline. Oh, and there's often some sharks putting around here too, so be sure to take a moment and enjoy the scenery. Continuing back up the west coast, this one's kinda hidden on the backside of a rock and it's easily missed. Making our way further up the western side of the map, this one's a bit hidden again, in between a couple of rock formations. Back up to some of the muckier polluted parts of the sea, and this one can be found in between these rocks and a coral formation. I don't know what's in the water for this one, and I'm not even sure I want to. The next barrel can be found, here, I guess? The water's so polluted that I can't really show you any detail, but the good news is the barrel glows in the dark. Moving along to mercifully cleaner waters, this piece of waste can be found near the edge of a cliff, hidden right amongst some reeds. Not long to go now. Number 28 can be found in a sandy clearing next to the patches of reeds. The penultimate part is a bit further north and you can find it on a shelf around 100 meters down. And finally, heading back down to crush depth again, you'll see this one pop up right near 29, and the last barrel can be found right at the bottom of this trench. And that's a big old congrats, you've collected all of the nuclear waste parts. So as soon as you've done the last one, in addition to the last round of $23,000, you'll also receive a bonus of 250 grand, essentially refunding the purchase price of the collection stock, meaning you now have a free and clear profit of $690,000. And with that done, it's time to go and invest in the stock market so your characters can buy, well, everything. And thanks for watching. Check out the video up the top for another handy guide, or the one down the bottom for some more old Grumpy Gamer goodness. Stay safe, wash your hands, and we'll see you in the next video.